Good boy. That's my boy. Look what I've got for you. You'll love this. Look what you'll... Yeah! Good boy. That's my...
God be with you.
The Lady of Talmberg sent me. She wants me to find out why the crown's been delayed.
Through no fault of ours, I can tell you that. We had a large stone ordered for mounting on the crown, a beautiful Moldavite from South Bohemia that we had cut and polished in Prague. But, well, in short, the good merchant, Martin Wiesek, who was supposed to bring it from Prague, got lost along the way. It's like the ground swallowed him up.
Well, Lady Stephanie won't be happy.
Look, we've got something else here we can replace the stone with, but I'm sure even you can see it's not worthy of a noble wedding, and definitely not worthy of our fine craftsmanship. Oh, if I only had someone who'd try to find the Moldavite.
Why don't you just ask me? Of course I'll try to find the stone. Just tell me where the fellow was seen last.
That fellow, as you call him, the esteemed merchant, Martin Wiesek, was last seen riding alongside the Sassau River, passing by the footbridge over the ford, to the west of here. Evidently, he never made it to Sassau town.
Well, I'll look for him, but he could be far over the mountains by now. Or under the ground.
Take care now.
About that mold...
Yes,
No, nothing for now.
of course. May the Lord watch over you.
What's going on there? Who's there? Hey, who's there? What's that? Hey, who's there? What's that?
You're in the
Hey,
wrong place
who's
at
there?
the wrong time.
Hey! Raise the alarm!
All of you gather here!
What's
Raise
that?
the alarm!
Look what I've got.
Yeah. Yeah.
About that Moldavite we discussed.
Yes. Do you have some news?
Yes. The good news is I found Vizek.
That sounds like cause for rejoicing, but how come he isn't with you?
That's the bad news. He didn't survive.
Merciful God. He was a good and highly respected man. I will pray for his soul. Anyway, let me see the stone, if you would be so kind.
Of course. Here it is.
Excellent. It looks undamaged. I'll get straight to work. You can come for the finished crown tomorrow evening. Good luck to you.
Yeah.
Coming.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Are there any problems around here I might be able to help with?
Well, it depends what you're willing to do. Of course, it's your own skelet's fault need the most help. There's some of them at the monastery. I talked to Johanka a few times, and she's working her fingers to the bone, taking care of the injured ones there. I'm sure she'd welcome some good Samaritan who would lighten her load. And that's not all. There was one troublemaker around here not long ago, but we dealt with him. He was selling some relics and he claimed were miraculous, but it was nothing but worthless trinkets. The villagers sent the bloody swindler packing so fast, you couldn't see his heels for dust. All the way to the Detchko, I believe. I reckon he won't last long there either. That's all I can think of. God be with you.
Johanka?
Henry?
I'm glad to see you.
Me too. I heard that you're doing well.
Well, that depends.
You're alive. So you're doing well.
What's happening here? Oh my god. Philip and... they're all...
Yes. Where do you think the wounded ended up?
Actually, I had no idea.
Well, now you know. Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things under control since Skalitz was raised. Just the two of us.
So can I help at all?
Certainly. We can always use an extra pair of hands here. And it's been like that since the beginning.
I was in a bad way myself back then. They took me to Ratai unconscious and I needed a healer. How's everyone holding up? What can I do?
Holding up? People here are dying, usually needlessly, and I can't do anything about it. We don't have enough food or space or anyone who's willing to help us.
Doesn't anyone help you with nursing these people? You've got scholars all around you.
Scholars, maybe, but they leave the healing up to God. Nicodemus is trying, but everything he knows is from his books.
Brother Nicodemus? Who's he?
He takes care of the injured. He knows something about herbs and a little about setting broken bones.
And is he good at it?
He tries, but he doesn't have much experience.
Doesn't the monastery care for them?
They give us some food for them and a place to sleep, but I wouldn't say they help exactly. More like they just tolerate.
Do you have enough food?
Enough to survive, maybe. But convalescents need feeding up.
Maybe if I brought some meat, some game, that would strengthen them up.
That would be a great help.
Anything else you need?
Look around.
Well, it is a little crowd.
Crowded. I've had to leave some of the sick lying in the open air.
I'll try.
I tried that. Out loud. They just nod their heads, but don't move.
Very well. And how are you doing? You're the only woman here.
Some of the monks speak to me, but other people act like I don't. Too bad the custodian isn't one of those.
Is the custodian causing you problems?
All the time. Apparently he has a wife somewhere, but that doesn't stop him.
And, what else?
What do you mean, what else? He's invited me to his...
I could do something about it, if you liked.
No, I can deal with him. The last thing I need is you going around threatening people. It won't help me, and it definitely won't help the refugees.
Why is there a guard out?
He's here because of me.
Because of you?
Yes. There was one time I just had enough of it all, of the way they treat us, and I almost slapped one of...
What can you tell me about the custodian?
He's supposed to be in charge of all the guards and the security of the monastery. But really... And that's why he probably thinks he can do whatever he wants.
All right, that's all I need to know.
Look, Henry, I know I can speak harshly, but I'm at the... Last week Bohuslav died. Maybe you... We desperately need help.
I'll do whatever's in my power. You're the one who's in charge of the wounded.
Yes, I'm the infirmarius here. Time was I only had a few elderly monks who could...
Monks so old they can't hold them.
if that were the only bodily function they could control. But I shouldn't talk like that. It's a blessing to live to such an age.
How are the wounded from...
Some of them are well taken care of. But others are dying here needlessly. It's a good thing we have Johanka here. I'd never be able to...
So you don't normally treat the wounded then?
Well, there were accidents, of course. A broken leg, someone who'd been kicked by a cow or bitten by a goat. But this...
If only it had been a battle.
You were there? God be merciful.
How can I help you?
Have you talked to Johanka?
I did.
Well, if you know something about it, then go and take a look. However...
That's true. I'm the son of a blacksmith. But I have been around the wound.
Come and speak to me. We'll see what...
What do you think about the custode?
Baron von Berg? Well, he does his job well. And the last time I saw him was when I was rubbing ointment.
I heard he's been here a lot lately.
Well, that's true. He comes to visit Johanka. But he's never here long, and he always leaves...
Thank you. Why are they so badly provided for? People are crammed in next to each other, and some have to sleep outside. That can't be good for them. It gets freezing here at night.
I can't afford anything more for them.
How is that possible? You're the infirmarius. You decide how all the money gets spent.
But I have no say in how much money And because the abbot's away, it's still the same amount I had.
Can't you do anything? Won't the other...
Unfortunately not. The brothers in the cloister aren't much interested in the external world, and the custodian has enough on his plate with the chaos in the region. Besides, his main concern is the smooth running of...
And the local custodian?
I tried him, but it seems he had some disagreement with Johanka, and now he won't give us anything.
I'll try to talk to him. I can't believe your conscience lets you leave the Skalitz locals in such a state.
I know. I'm shamed. But my brothers believe it's all...
Even so, conditions here seem to me quite...
You're not the only one.
I'd like to learn something from you. A bit of everything.
Can you now? But to be more precise...
To be honest, not really.
So what am I supposed to do with you? Well, never mind. At least you'll go to the herb garden, take a good look at what's growing there, and then pull up the weeds in the herbaceous beds. Is that clear?
Clear. I can get cracking.
Not so fast. Have I even told you what I consider a weed? It's dandelions, stinging nettles, and thistles. Those plants have their use, but they've no business growing among the euphrasia and the mentha, or anywhere else in that garden for that matter.
Where is it they're not supposed...
Between the mint and the... Once you've cleared the garden of weeds, come back. And woe betide you if you...
Don't worry. You've never had as good a gardener. How do I know which...
You see, this is the part where you learn something. Look in the herbarium to find out what a dandelion, stinging nettle, and thistle look like.
I see.
I can't sleep again. won't get any sleep. I just won't get any sleep. I can't sleep again. Quiet!
That's a good boy. Look what I've...
And who are you?
Brother Elias.
What do you do here?
What I can. I'm just trying to help the Skallets local.
How long have you been helping here?
Since before the refugees arrived. It was much less crowded.
And what do you do here?
Mainly, I help Brother Nicodemus. Occasionally, sometimes I have to hold a patient.
Do you know anything about...
A little. I can manage the basics, but without Brother Nicodemus...
Thank you. It's done.
Did you weed the beds and leave what should be growing there alone?
Not a leaf wasted.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm going to check with my own eyes.
Farewell.
Would you teach me more about alchemy?
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you.
Isn't that quite a lot? Are we agreed?
Well now, a little... Agreed. Now listen up.
God be with you, good sir.
Whose house is this?
It's our local custodians.
What does the custodian...
Well, he's meant...
But...
But in fact, he seems more interested in robbing everyone blind.
You don't seem to think very much.
Well, of course I do. A man with a nose so stuck up that it acts as a rain...
I'm much obliged. You look bored.
Beyond tears.
How can you be bored here in Sasau? In such a
Don't even talk to me about it. They won't let you touch the books. They don't want to talk to you. And when I wanted to look... Me! Like some kind of thief. What good is the whole blasted monastery if I can't even do that?
Maybe I could help you.
How? You know...
No, not at all. I was going to bring you something from the cave under the monastery where he spent his time. You can get in there, you could touch it for luck, and then I'd return it.
Oh, now.
Of course.
Then I'll be very grateful to you. Farewell.
God be with you.
I'm helping at the infirmary now, and I came to...
Ah, and how is Johanka? Do you know her?
Yes, I do.
Good, good.
Sometimes. A little.
That's good. Excellent. Johanka means a lot to me.
I'm mainly here for supplies and to talk about the state of the wounded from Skalitz. They need blankets, food...
Well, that's not my problem. Let the infirmarius take care of it.
His hands are tied. Until the abbot comes back, he can't get anything.
And why should that interest me?
Maybe because of Johanka.
What precisely are you getting at?
Something could happen to her too, someday.
If any ill befalls my dear Johanka, she won't be left lying on some grubby floor. I'll personally see to it she's taken care of.
Oh, you're unbelievable.
I don't know what you mean, but you should go now. You're beginning to bore me. Take care now.
We were talking about the supplies for the...
Why are you bothering me with that?
Because I'll pay...
For supplies?
Oh, come off it. You get your supplies from the monastery. Blankets can get chewed up by mice. Satisfied?
It'll take more than that to persuade me. You're too clever for your own good, boy.
Oh, you're unbelievable.
I don't know what you mean, but you should go now. May the Lord watch over you.
Were you satisfied with my weeding?
It wasn't the best work I've ever seen, but you pulled up more weeds than herbs, so you deserve a reward. Take care now.
What will happen to my family? What will happen to my family? I'm not needed here. These wounds have been well taken care of.
Christ above!
What are you making such a fuss
A
about?
fuss? Because of my leg, I have to stay here for at least an hour. Hurts like fuck. And with everyone else moaning and...
Why don't you go and lie somewhere else?
I can't!
Maybe I can make you some...
Oh, and for God's sake!
May the Lord watch over you.
He just needs to sleep.
What will happen to my family?
Philip, from Skalitz. I don't see any wounds, but he's shaking terribly. He's not reacting, but all I can see that's wrong with him is his leg. I have to ask Johanka. He'll be able to get out of this on his own.
What will happen to my family?
Yeah? Where? What's happening?
You're not from Skalitz?
No. But please help me.
What happened to you?
I was working on the building when the scaffolding up by the roof collapsed.
Well,
Yes, that's what everyone tells me. But it's no use being alive if all I can do is lie here like a wet sack of barley.
well, you're pretty battered, but I don't see anything that a few weeks rest can't fix.
Weeks? My God, I have to get back to work sooner than that.
What's the problem? Why can't you stay until you heal?
I have a family. I'm poor. It's only thanks to the building work that we can survive. And the master told me if I don't come back in a few days, then I shouldn't come back at all. And where can me and my wife go then? Who'll take us in? We'll end up living in the woods, where any bandit or ruffian can set on us.
Is there anything I can do to help? It looks like they took care of your wounds.
When I was little, my father got trampled on by a horse, and an old hag from the village gave him some kind of purple herbs for it. And he got better very quickly.
And do you remember what the herbs were?
I don't. But there's supposed to be the whole cursed knowledge of the world in this place. Something has to be written about it. A herbarium. Anything.
I'll try to find something.
Thank you. Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
What?
You look all right.
Mostly, but my legs...
Did the cumins wound you?
That's what I tell the ladies. Occasionally. They told me they don't...
Well, that's no use. Those bandages need changing. I've got bandages, so I can take care of it.
Wonderful. Could you tell Brother Nicodemus?
I can do it myself.
I...
Do you have something against...
Nothing at all. Just...
All right, then.
Quiet!
Good luck to you.
These wounds have been well taken care of. These wounds have been well taken care of. These wounds have been well taken care of.
Greetings.
What's wrong with that man by the altar? He doesn't look wounded, but he's really pale and doesn't react at all.
He had a broken leg. A bad one. The bone had come right through the skin. I'm not holding out much hope for him. I've seen folk in that state before.
My God!
And what do you suggest? The monks won't help and...
What about the executioner from Ratai?
The executioner? Even if you...
Well, maybe it would be a...
Look, do whatever you want.
One of the sick men, Semek, is complaining about pain and the fact he can't work. He says...
Semek? Is he one of our people?
No, he's a
Henry, for God's sake, our neighbours are dying here. Your friends. There isn't time... Oh, honestly, what were you...
Listen, all I need to find out is the name of a herb.
Then go and look it up in a book. You've got your own herbarium, haven't you?
What happened to Philip?
Poor man. There was nothing wrong with him, and now he's getting worse every day.
But do you know why?
Maybe. He didn't run away from Scallop.
But what can we do?
Us? Nothing. Only Father Simon might...
And where is he?
You know he left Skalitz years...
And does anyone know where...
If you believe the stories about a wild man in the woods... May the Lord watch over you.
I need help with
Hands?
I have bandages, but I don't know how to put them on.
Then I'll be happy to help.
Farewell.
How about some potions?
Certainly.
Reliable.
Some of the brothers, and sometimes that's the only way to get one.
Thanks. Do you know anything about her?
I'm not an expert, but I know a little something.
Well, one of the workers who was injured during... He mentioned some purple flower?
Herbs.
Oh, purple...
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but you can have a look in the herbarium here.
Do you need any more help?
Knowledge of herbal remedies always comes in handy. Listen up. We have some new brothers who are meant to help me with the wounded, but not all of them know their
I'm not much of a
I should imagine not. But you won't be doing any teaching. Just helping me put together our new herbarium. I shall need all of the herbs.
That sounds easy.
Don't be so sure. Some of the herbs are shy little things, prone to hiding from... One more thing. Bring me some old book or other. We'll scrape off the old ink to make a...
An old book?
Farewell.
Can't. I just can't.
There. It's better all.
I've got those herbs you want.
Let me see if you have everything. Are you trying to waste my time? Come back when you have all the herbs.
Farewell.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I see there's not much going on around here.
Quite so. All by myself. All the others were either...
I'm sorry to hear that.
My older brother ran away with the wandering players. So when our father was on his deathbed, he made...
I can see you took your vow seriously.
I did. But it's starting to get dangerous around here.
The Cumans.
If it were Cumans, I'd grab an axe and that would be that. They begged me for food, and mark my words, they weren't taking no for an answer. If they'd been just a tad...
There are gangs like that around, true enough. I saw the mess they left behind.
It was horrible. People tried to find shelter in the church, but them dogs was waiting.
And where did you hide?
By the grace of God, I got my family away in...
And I don't see your family with you.
No, it takes better man than them to track me down.
Do you think folk will ever go back to their homes?
Oh, I don't know about Scalets, but the folk here are sure to want to come back. The only thing they're missing...
Do you mean the priest?
Indeed. When the land's at war, noblemen fight to protect their property.
Of course. But it was the Scalets parish priest who ministered here, wasn't it?
He did. But there's been no sign of him since the attack. Or at least he's definitely not in...
That's true enough.
But if you're interested, young fella, maybe you could help us find the priest we need here.
Isn't it up to the bishop to appoint a priest?
Oh, you're probably right, but you don't seem interested in doing it. Why waste time finding a priest for a...
Yeah, you're probably right. I can always ask, but I've really got no idea.
I can help with that. A few years ago, there used to be another priest in Scalet.
Simon. Father Simon, I remember him. That's the one who went missing, right?
Aye. I don't want to spread rumours, but they say he was in love with his housekeeper. And
that's not a story I've come across.
It only reaches folk who care for... Well, to finish the story, Simon left the parish and there was neither sight nor sound of him for a long time. Until this spring.
And what's he doing here?
That's just it. People say he's become a hermit.
All right. And where...
I couldn't tell you exactly, but you could start by talking to that girl. Well, they live on a farm nearby, and it's likely they know more. They may even have had words with him.
I'll go and see what they have to say for themselves.
God go with you, lad, and I pray you find him. If some heathen stabs me in my sleep, I'd rather have a decent burial.
Don't worry.
May the Lord watch over you.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's there? Mother of God. Hey, who's there? What's going on there? Who's there? What's going on there? It's here. That Kunash wasn't lying. But I know this goblet. It belongs to Beren. And he's still alive. I saw him in Ratai among the refugees, wearing red as always. Now what?
What's that?
Who's there? What's going on there? Hey, who's there?
Yeah.
have we here? God save. How may I help you, good knight?
I'm looking for the priest, Father Simon, and I heard you might know of him.
Simon? What do you want him for?
I'm looking for the priest who used to take care of St. James, and the locals tell me they saw him around here.
I don't know if I can help you there. He'll never go back to his parish, if you ask me. Very well. What is it you want to know?
What went on between Simon and your daughter?
Nothing that hasn't happened before. Our Mary was his housemaid in Skalitz. She was pretty, very pretty. And he was young, and so things went the way they do between comely young folk. She came back home one day, heavy with child.
Yes, these things happen. What can you do?
I said as much. I was just glad our girl was provided for. Only she never had the chance to hold that babe in her arms. She didn't live through the birth.
I'm very sorry.
Such is a woman's lot in life. Men die in battle, and women in the arms of the midwife.
And what happened to Simon?
The poor man. He took it the worst. He was sure God's wrath smote Mary for her fornication.
That's rubbish. People lie together out of wedlock all the time, and God never smites them down.
That's just what I told him. But it's hardly my place to lecture a priest. And who knows? Maybe he was right. The Lord moves in. He was overflowing with grief. He barely spoke, didn't eat, refused to take a new housemaid. And then, one fine day,
Where can I find him? He's said to be wandering around here.
I heard that too, and I'm inclined to believe it.
How come?
After our poor Mary went to her rest, we used some of the money he'd paid us to put a cross up by the roadside. And lately, there's been wreaths of comfrey turning up next to it. I don't take them there, nor my husband neither.
You think Simon does?
Who knows? Maybe it's a miracle. I could believe anything. But there's not been fresh ones for a while.
I see. Can you tell me where that cross is?
Certainly. There are settling tanks for the mines to the west of Skalitz. On the hill above them in the woods, there are several paths.
All right. Thanks. I'll be going.
Very good, then. And if you do find him, let him know that we have no hard feelings.
I'll tell him.
God be with you. Lost something hereabouts?
Yeah. Yeah.
This must be that cross. Mary's mother was right. Someone did lay flowers here recently. I should have a look around and see if there's comfrey growing anywhere nearby.
run away. And where... Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I've come for the priest. Simon.
There's no one here called that.
There is. Do you take me for a fool?
All right. Maybe there is someone here. What of it? We're not going anywhere.
I think you should talk less and move your legs more.
And why is that? You think you've got what it takes to beat us?
I might. But it doesn't matter, because I saw you yesterday, and then stopped by Talmberg to report. So, unless you'd rather wait for Sir Divish's Captain Robard, you should go now.
Shit! All right, we'll go. How far are they?
Far enough, still. If you run, I'm sure you'll get away.
Right. Thanks for the warning. Huh?
Oh, thank you, my son. I was beginning to fear I'd never get out of it.
Times are hard when brigands roam the land.
But they didn't attack me. I saw them raiding birds' nests down...
Which makes what they did all the more loathsome. That's no way to repay a good Christian's hospitality.
And to whom do I owe my salvation?
My name's Henry. You may remember me. I'm the son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
Your face does seem familiar. But listen, Henry, I can't help feeling you didn't stumble across me by accident.
It's true. I've come to ask a favor of you.
Me? What on earth could I do for you?
I need you to go back to St. James. The folk there need spiritual guidance. Skalitz has a burned-out shell, and many have died in St. James.
I understand, but I have to disappoint you. I gave up my calling. Instead, I've given myself over to repentance.
I know your story.
Then you know what I'm guilty of.
Yes, and I don't want to try to make light of it. Your conscience is your own affair.
But you don't know what you're saying. You don't know...
But I know what you did. Many priests break God's commandments willy-nilly, and
That doesn't absolve me of my sins. God's law is set. No...
You're certainly right. But the people need you. And forgive me for being blunt, but while you can leave the presbytery if you choose, it doesn't absolve you of your duty to Christian folk.
But I'm a sinner. I'm not fit to guide anyone. I'm unworthy to do so. You're probably right. It is my duty. At least for a time. Until they find someone better.
As you say, once things are back in order, there'll be a new priest.
All right. I'll take what I can carry and go back to...
Thank you. Your parishioners will be very grateful. I need help with treatment.
And what's wrong with you?
Oh, nothing. But Philip from Skalitz is dying. He's lying in Sasau and won't last.
Slowly now. What happened to him?
Nobody knows much. He's not wounded, but I heard he was hiding from the Cumans for days and...
The Lord have mercy. The living should never lie with the dead. His intestines must be purged, but even then he's in God's hands.
How do I clean his intestines?
It might surprise you, but you'll have to give him alcoholic spirits. The purest you can get your hands on. The best is distilled. It'll make him a bit delirious, but it'll help.
Get him!
That's him!
Get him!
Good health to you.
I found you a priest.
Really? That's wonderful news. Who is he?
The former parish priest of St. James. I persuaded him to
So you found him?
Yes. He was roaming the woods around here.
Thank God. You'll see. Once there's a priest, people will soon be back.
I hope so.
I've put together a small sum for a new piece. So I thought a portion should definitely go to you, as a reward.
I couldn't possibly take it. You'll need the money to rebuild the village.
As you wish then. I shan't weigh you down with it.
So, farewell to you. And I hope he gets here soon. Just don't you let him run off again.
I'll keep an eye on him myself. Godspeed to you, Henry. And thank you for your help. Goodbye.
Look what I've got.
For the love of God!
I brought some meat.
Thank you, Henry. Rich food will definitely help.
Tell me more. All right.
God be with you.
Quiet!
Take care now.
Find trees like that? Aye. Mind out. Something will fall on you if you... If you're not working here, clear off.
Potong saya.
Good health.
We were talking...
Why?
Because I'll...
For supply.
Oh, come off it. Blankets can get... Is it?
Well. Yes. These things happen, certainly. And as long as the monastery needs my protection, they'll have to put up with it. May the Lord watch over you.
Good boy. That's... Look what I've got you. Look what I've...
Everything here is fine?
Henry.
Tell me more. All right.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Farewell.
Quiet!
Yeah.
My respects to you.
What about the crown? Is it finished?
I'm a man of my word. Of course it's finished. Here you have it. Thank the Lord you found that Moldavite. It wouldn't be the same without it. God be with you.
Welcome, Henry. I'm glad you're here. The Lord save you. What do you need?
I've brought the roan, my lady.
That's wonderful. There weren't any problems with it, I hope.
Nothing too serious. He's a little wild, but I was able to handle him in the end.
Well, that won't do. Sophie can't have some wild horse at her wedding starting a stampede.
But I've learnt a trick. If you sing to him, he calms down.
You sang to a horse?
It's quite true, I'm afraid. I sang to a horse.
Well, then you'll have to sing something to me, too.
My lady, I don't know if I...
So I know how to calm down that roan. Go ahead, sing.
Two horses come roaming in the merry month of May, to graze in the shade of the apple tree there. The first one is brown and the second is grey. Which shall I ride to, my maiden so fair?
Oh, how beautiful. I'm not surprised the horse calmed down after hearing such a lovely voice. Anyway, I'll think about what to do with the roan. But thank you, Henry.
I brought you the crown from the master engraver.
Henry, you are a gem. Look at that Moldavite. Isn't it wonderful? Sophie will look like an angel. So what's next?
I brought the wine.
Wonderful, wonderful. No wedding is complete without good wine. Find somewhere here to put it down. I'll send for a servant to bring it later. I hope you had no problems acquiring it.
Let's just say that when I got to the merchant, my task had only just begun.
But you were able to handle it. Thank you so much, Henry.
What can I do for you, my lady?
Nothing. You've done enough. And now I'd like to reward you.
That's not necessary, my lady. You taking the time to see me is reward enough.
Come now, Henry. No need for such modesty. I appreciate everything you've done for me, as well as your company. And there's something I'd like to give you. This shirt was my father's. He was built very much like you. Broad shoulders, strong chest. It should fit you just right.
But I can't accept this. It's too valuable.
It's too valuable to be left to the mercy of moths. It doesn't fit my husband well, and I've no one else to give it to. What's more, if you were to leave us again, I'd like you to have something to remember me by, so you don't forget me.
I could never forget you, my lady.
Well then, won't you try it on at least?
What? Right now?
Why not? Don't worry, I won't look. I'll turn my back.
And what if your husband comes in?
He won't. Neither will anyone else.
All right then.
God be with you. I feel truly blessed to have you here. So long I yearned for young company. I really feel God heard my prayers and sent you to me.
Ready?
My, you do look handsome. As fine as any gentleman. When I was a little girl, there were always lots of other children around and young men and women of the court. It was so merry. I always hoped it would be like that when I was grown up too. But it was not God's plan.
You and Sir Divish had no children?
No. No, alas, we were not blessed. Twice I was with child, but they did not live. And now I fear there's no hope for me.
My lady. Forgive me, my lady. I shouldn't have.
I don't mind.
Look what I've got. Look what...